They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And the slot man goes in motion left. A first look now for Darrington Evans. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darrington Evans, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Strong. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing, Jones. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Patriots. Curtis Samuel, 65 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score. Nick Folk for the point after. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. On 2nd down, a run with Strong.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped it. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Smith catches left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, Jones. And he finds Parker here, complete.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
On 2nd down, Cook.
202 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
I've not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
Room here to run.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, we've seen a few moments like this in the first half already from this defense. You know you're going to give up some catches, but it's what they do after the catch that's really been hurting them. And it does again right there.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bills go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Smith with a grab.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jones throw here taken in by Parker. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got it.
And he's going to go down again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his right. Airing one out for Crowder. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
On play action, Allen.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 57 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead on a bit further.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted. And
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 34 yards. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Jones on 3rd down. Gets it to Strong. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Jones.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Here's the 7th play in this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones.
Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Damian Harris, 38 yards. And the Patriots are able to at least get one score back. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Left side, Cook. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there out of Cook. 67 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
Folk connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way.
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen finding Knox there, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
56.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Bills are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Complete. Smith has it.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Jones.
He's got his man, Thornton. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and goal, Jones, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. So Allen's going to look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And bringing it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency.